Okay, they're calling for, oh, I don't know, quite the snowstorm headed our way. 20 to 24 inches is the latest estimate that I had read, heard, listened to, whatever. Yeah, I was always going to do something towards the end of the summer about getting this cleaned up and going over, and well, as you can see, yeah, not so much. After the flood waters came through here, I cleaned most of this shit out of here. I mean, there's still some shmoo left in, but not a big deal. Blow that out a little bit with a old air compressor, and yeah, but this thing hasn't run in 2 years. It's practically brand new. I mean, if it has more than 3 hours on it, I would be shocked. What I did before I put it here last time I used it, yeah, I didn't do anything with the fuel. I shut the fuel off, so I don't know what it's going to look like inside the gas tank. But up under here, there is, I think you can see it right there, that little nub where my finger is. I took the whatever, the drain valve out, and I left it out. I completely left it out, and I did that on purpose because it has been my, well, very hard-learned experience that fuel stabilizer don't mean shit when, well, like for example, this thing can breathe. If you can keep it in a sealed can, you'll be all right. And that's already green. I can see it. That is fucking green. Yep. This should be white. See, stabilizer, no stabilizer, it makes no fucking difference. And this shit had stabilizer in it. Can you see the color of that? That shit is green. That is no fucking good. And I did not bring a light, but that thing's dry. Yeah, that is dry. That's what happens because, you know, this shit has to breathe because, well, rules, EPA, regulation, all that jazz. Oh, and pressure, and it would build up too much pressure otherwise. It needs a vent. But what it should have, it should be able to maintain a slight amount of pressure. And these things don't because, well, like I said, rules, regulations. If it would hold pressure, this shit wouldn't go bad. And it stinks. I can smell it. Can you smell that? Fucking stinks. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to get in there with some starting fluid or carbon choke spray. Try to wash the tank out a little bit. I'll disconnect the fuel line, maybe, probably, and try and flush some gasoline through there. Blow out the, well, the crusty shit. I'll grab a light then, and I'll see if I can show you a little better. But anyway, I'm going to wheel this thing over to my place and, yeah, see if it runs. Because, like I said, it's been about 2 years since I used it, since I put it away. Man, that fucking shit stinks. See? Stabilizer ain't worth it. Ain't fucking worth it. The only way to prevent this stuff is to literally drain the fuel. I mean, get it bone dry when you put it away. Because anything else is just uncivilized. It straight up will not fucking work. Alright, enough talking here. Talk some more when I get it home. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Gonna set up here, I think, anyway. Probably gonna set you guys up on a time lapse. It'll be mere seconds for you, but I'm gonna try and flush that tank out there, get it cleaned up. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to show you down there. I want to see if we can see together what's down in there. Let me grab a light and I'll see if we can see it. Alright, I got a flashlight here. Can you see how green that is? I don't know if you saw it when I pulled this filter out, but that is not pretty looking. And then down in there, oops, light on, asshole. Can you see there's like a gel? I don't know, like it looks like green sticky stuff. Yeah, I think you can kind of see that. Anyway, that's the shit that I want to try and flush out. That is remnants of alcohol-based fuel and fuel stabilizer. That's what that shit is. No fucking good. No fucking good at all. Yeah, I'm going to do my best to clean that shit out before I even try to put new fuel into here, because I do not want to have to do carburetor work to this. So if I get to it now, I should be able to halt and, you know, stop a problem before it truly begins. So, all right, I'm going to set you up here on a time lapse, and I think we're going to blow through it. All right, I thought just real quick here, do a quick show and tell. I got it pretty well broken down. I think, though, I wasn't originally going to do it, but I think I only got one more bolt to go, and then I can take the tank off and kind of go from there. But if you were ever wondering what kind of guts are underneath all these covers, I don't know how well you can see any of this, but yeah, I mean, it's not a lot. Just a carburetor and a couple of wires, a couple of hoses, shit like that. Oh, I hope this is coming out. I can't see the screen in the sun. Show the other side real quick. It only took me about, I don't know, 5 minutes to break this down. Once I collected all my tools. You know how it is. So, yeah, I wanted to just make sure, you know, just to make absolute certain that when I flush this tank out here, that I don't flush any debris that's, well, you saw, I think you saw it. I think we both could see it on this camera. I don't want to shove any of that shit into the carburetor. I want to make sure that I keep them as separate and as isolated as I possibly can, because I don't want to be doing fucking carb work to this thing. I just want to flush this shit out, put new gas in it, and I expect it to light right up. Yeah, famous last words and all that jazz. Anywho, yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. Rip that tank off and get to the flushing. All right, that was not teabag. Pretty sure we got her. Pretty sure anyway. Let's see if we can take a look down inside. Here. Note of the difference. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Well, I don't know if you can see in there all that well. Kind of, but anyway, it is nice and clean now. The more green shit, I got all that out. I only used about, I don't know, maybe half a can of carbon choke spray cleaner, parts cleaner. That stuff right there, blew it out with air. I guess you saw that. You saw what I did. Anywho, before I put it all back together real quick, this is all she wrote. Whew, it's picking up. I hope the audio is okay. I'm trying to block it. Yeah, that's all it is. Just an engine. I guess you saw I put a bunch of cleaner down this hose, cleaned out the blue, you know, whatever out of the bowl that was potentially in the bowl in the carburetor. That should have dried up quickly, because like I said, I left the drain plug out, so you know, it was basically empty when I put it away, and the little bit that was left should have just evaporated real quick. It didn't look green anyway. I didn't see any green stuff coming out when I was doing it. So yeah, I expect that to be fine. And I'm glad I pulled the tank. I mean, I really am, because now I know I didn't put any contaminants into the fuel system here, into the carb. I got it all out of the tank, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm sick to death of having to do this shit, but I'm happy that I did it. You know. Anyway, all right. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna bore you with putting it back together. I'll press record. I'll tune you back in when we're ready to fire this up. Okay, I am getting ready to put gas in it, and yeah, let's see if I can start it without flooding it. I'm just gonna pull start it, even though I have electric here. If I, yeah, now I wanna, I because I so seldom use this thing. I have, man, I've flooded it more times than I can recall. It seems like every time I go to start the fucking thing, I can't remember how many times to push that primer bulb. And if you push it one time too many, fucking forget about it. It ain't gonna go. With electric, with pulling, you can pull till the fucking cows come home. Man, cows are gonna eat and go to sleep long before this fucking thing will light up. So, let's see if I can get it right this time. I do remember, prime it 3 times, pump the pumper bulb, you know, the gas shooter. I'm gonna hit it twice. I do not want to flood this fucking thing. I'm gonna try it twice, and yeah, see what happens. Back here, maybe you can hear me a little better. Yeah, I'm gonna let that warm up for a little bit, run it through its paces, and yeah, because, well, literally because it has such low hours on it. I did one initial braking oil change on it way back, well, years ago when I got the thing. I think, oh man, I gotta look it up. I'll put a link in, not a link, a little note somewhere what year I bought this thing. I bought it brand new, obviously. Hey, just real quick here, I wanted to, well, add an addendum, a side note, if you will. The snowblower that we're talking about here in this video is the Deluxe 28. It is model number 921046. I bought this thing back on 10/30/2016. What I wanted to mention here, I mean, the reason I'm doing this is because of this little thing right down here that I forgot about. It says military appreciation. I got a 10% discount, literally, from Home Depot. If you know somebody that served in the military, or you maybe yourself, you know, has military experience or time served, you will get a discount from Home Depot, a 10% discount if memory serves. Hey. Yeah, whatever. I mean, you can see the receipt, I guess. But to out the door, literally on my truck. I'm in it for 1,048. That's with tags, everything. Yeah, all that jazz. But yeah, I just really wanted to mention the military discount. If, like I said, it was well, it was like $100. I don't remember what the thing. It wasn't on sale. I didn't buy it on sale. I bought it at regular list price, but I got the military discount, so that helped out. And yeah, I just thought I'd pass that along. Whatever. I did run it for a while, and then I did the first oil change on it, and yeah, this is going to be at least the second oil change, if not the third. So I'm not going to change the oil. I'm going to run it for this season. And before I put it away for good this time, I will switch it over to synthetic. But, alright, I'm going to let that warm up for a little bit and then run through its paces and go from there. I can hear myself think again. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything. Oh well, maybe check tire pressure. Checked. It's good. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I cracked myself up. Anyway, tomorrow we shall see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we get what they're calling for. This ground, I mean, it has been. Well, today is let's see. Today is Tuesday. It's supposed to turn to shit, turn to hell, white hell, early tomorrow morning, into Thursday, early in the morning. So we're going to be looking at a good 24-hour period of well, yeah, the white shit. I don't know. Just over the weekend, we had beautiful weather. I mean, we were in the 60s, and we've been consistently, 50s and 60s. So we haven't had a lot of cold weather for long enough. You can see just my little bit of walking around. We got a little surface freeze here, and then mud where it's shaded. I don't know if you can hear that. It's ever so slightly crunchy, and it just, because it was cold last night, it just did that. I mean, I think this shit's going to hit the ground, and for the most part, it's just going to melt right away on contact. But with this storm is coming one hell of a cold front too. We're looking in teens, somewhere in the teens is what they're calling for. So I don't know what we're going to get. We're all going to find out and learn together. But anyway, if I actually need to use this thing, I'll I don't know, I'll set you up somewhere. We'll go blow some snow. I'll do a review. Well, yeah, how many years have I had this thing? I don't know. I got to look it up. Like I said, I'll find out when I bought this thing, and yeah, we'll do a show and tell and go through it. And it's just, it sucks when you got stuff like this, when it sits. I mean, fuel. It's gonna fuck you. It's gonna fuck you hard every fucking time. I mean, unless you go out and you start the thing every month, run half a tank of fuel I mean, now you're just pissing away fuel. You're just pissing it away. You're wasting time. You're wasting wear and tear. You're wasting fuel, wasting money. It's an absolute fucking waste. This tank was not designed very well. Yeah, it's gonna hold fuel no matter what. Not a lot I can do about that, but I don't know. Let me think on it for a little while. I'll dream up a better idea. Anywho, yeah, I might just dream up a better idea. I might put one of those little round auxiliary gas cans on, little gas tanks on. You can get for, well, they're universal. They're just little round little round tanks that hold as much fuel as this thing's ever going to hold. And yeah, then it'll be all external. I'm going to take all these fucking covers off to do anything. Maybe. Maybe. But at least then I could drain the gas out of the fucking thing. I don't want to go through all this shit every time I want to put the thing away for a season or two, which is what I just did. I mean, it's been a good 2 years since I used it, since it ran, since anything. And I'm pretty sure you saw what was in the tank. So anyway, this fuel is non-ethanol. It is ethanol free, 100%. 89 octane, I believe it is, ethanol free, and there's no fucking stabilizer in it either, because that shit does not fucking work. I don't care who says what. I just proved it with my Simplicity tractor. I proved it with this thing. I fucking proved it. I ain't gonna prove it no more, because I ain't gonna use this shit no more, because it does not fucking work. If the tank can breathe, if it's vented, if it's not a pressurized vessel, the shit won't work. Period. Bar none. Fucking forget about it. If you got a gas can like the red one that I had out here, well, okay, you can store it. If the thing will hold pressure, then okay, stabilizer will probably do you some justice. But otherwise, you're just fucking wasting your time and money. So, alrighty, that's going to be that for today. And yeah, let's see what happens with the sky falling and go from there. Alright, we'll tune in later.